बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम व बिही नस्तईन। जज़ल्लाहु अन्ना नबीना व सय्यदना मौलाना खैरुल अनबिया वल मुरसलीन मुहम्मदन सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि व आलिहि व अस्हाबिहि उम्मती वसल्लम बिमा हुवा अहलुहु अदद मा फी इल्मिल्लाह व दवाम मुल्किल्लाह। The poisoned lamb, the meat that spoke. A Jewish woman at Khaybar invited the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam to dinner and served him a roasted lamb, which she had soaked in deadly poison. As the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam took a bite, the arm of the lamb miraculously spoke, or signaled to him, "Do not eat me, I am poisoned." He immediately stopped eating and commanded others to stop as well. So dead roasted meat has no nervous system to detect chemical compounds like poison. Yet, Allah gave the dead animal a voice to save the Prophet's life. The very tool intended for his death became the warner that saved him. This event is seen as a sign of divine protection, as the Prophet ﷺ was warned of the danger before consuming a lethal amount of the poison. Many Sufis emphasize that for the perfect man, al-insan al-kamil, all creation is alive and in constant communication with its creator. The miracle of the lamb speaking is seen as a literal manifestation of this reality, because the Prophet ﷺ was in a state of total presence with God. The hidden speech of inanimate objects became audible to him. The miracle proved his prophetic status to the women that poisoned him, who explicitly used it as a test. If he is a prophet, he will be informed. Some pseudo-Muslims ask this question: why did the food speak to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam after and not before taking a bite? It would still leave room open for doubt about his truthfulness. The reason for its speaking was not just to protect him and the Muslims, it was to prove that he was a true prophet, and it does just that. Had he announced before eating that it was poison, then nobody would have eaten from it, and Bishr radiallahu ta'ala anhu would not have died. There would be no proof that it was poison except his word. There were no means available in those days to chemically test the food for poison. If he had said before eating that it was poison, his modern critics would be saying that he accused the woman without proof and that he was not divinely informed. Would he have forced the woman to eat it herself, or forced any of the Jews to eat it to prove that it was not poison? No, he would not do that, as this was not his character. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Military leaders and kings always had someone taste their food before they eat. They may not even have accepted food from the enemy. But the Prophet ﷺ did not act as a king or a worldly leader. He showed the loftiness of his character and his status of a true prophet by accepting the food and eating from it. He wanted to show that he was willing to trust the Jews after the Battle of Khaybar, hoping that perhaps they will be guided. He did not act upon suspicion even with the enemy. Yet by eating, he did not show any lack of wisdom. Showing suspicions without proof is not the way to build a relationship. His eating from someone who may want to poison him shows his reliance on Allah to protect him. If Allah wanted him to die, then no one could keep him alive. When the Jewess was asked why she did it, she said that if he was a true prophet, the poison would not harm him. It did not harm him. He lived for many years after this. Does this now show that he was protected by God? Bishr radiallahu ta'ala anhu died after the Prophet proclaimed that it was poison, not before. His death confirmed that the food was poison and that the Prophet had spoken the truth. The Jewess also confirmed that she had poisoned the sheep, so now there was no doubt that it was poison. The poison did not take long to act upon Bishr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, but surprise, the Messenger of sallallahu alaihi wasallam ate of it, and the people also ate. Yet he did not die from it, nor did anyone else die from it. A double miracle supporting his prophethood.